Okay, let's borrow 20.
Sure you don't want to sit here, Jay? At first, you go to these film festivals and you're so focused on doing the best job you can to promote your film, and because my family's in the film, also to take care of your family at the same time because they're at the film festivals with you. You know what my father said to me? He said, the only thing worse than winning is losing. Because there's this feeling of like, is that it? Is that all it is? Is that what I've been working for forever? And obviously it's not. I mean, what you're really working for is the ability to work more. But you don't necessarily realize that after 7 years. You know, you expect a prize or some kind of recognition or audience appreciation or a sale to mean something more than it does, and it just doesn't. It's funny, it's like afterwards, I was just saying to Jeremy the other night, after finishing the film, I was like, I just want my life back. Like, I just want a life back. I want to be able, you know, to date a girl and not feel like the movie is more important than she is. And I want to be able to go out to eat and have enough money to afford the food that I actually want, you know? And I want to be able to go to the movies whenever and not worry about it. And I want to be able to travel and do all these things. And now that I've done them, all I want to do is get back in an editing room and sit there for 7 more years and not talk to anybody again. I mean, the other thing is you become fascinated, or I became fascinated with different kinds of filmmaking. I'm not a documentary filmmaker per se. I mean, we made this first documentary, and then the next movie I made was a 12-minute animation piece with giant puppets. And then I made a narrative just exploring the medium of film and the language of film and the excitement of what film is. And really just copying the filmmakers that I loved. You know, I would see a movie by Jan Svankmajer and be like, how the fuck did he do that? I have to do it. If I can't do that, then what am I worth? And the reason you make a film is because you have some, or the reason I make a film is because I have some love for the subject matter. You know, you have to love the people on screen as much as you love the process of filmmaking.
Even the monsters.
Especially the monsters. You have to be in a position to make your film, especially the kind of film that we wanted to make, shooting 35 and with, you know, cranes and steady cams. You have to be able to raise money, so you have to have people to trust you, and the only way you can get people to trust you is to work your ass off doing things that you hate, or doing things for free, or doing things for other people. Because you need to gain people's trust, because the only way to prove to people that you can make a film is to prove to people that you can work ungodly hours all the time for no money and no kudos. And once people realize that you're able to do that, they understand that you are passionate enough to make films, and maybe for them to trust you. Everybody comes up to you and they're like, I want to make a movie. And you're like, okay, well, are you ready to spend 7 years of your life? Are you ready to work 13 hours a day? Are you ready to give up everything else that doesn't matter? You know? Are you ready to do that? Because if you are ready to do that, then you have a chance, a slim chance to make this movie possible. But if you're not ready to do that, you should, you know, make a short and find somebody to make a website and try and further your cause some way. But like, if you don't love what you do so much that you're willing to work for it all the time, then you're not going to get it done. Every time that fear sets in, or the realization that your movie can be bad, or that difficulty comes to you and says, you know, this isn't going to be what you dreamed of it being, you just sit back down and you start editing again, and you rely on the people that you love and trust around you. When you make your first film, you're going to fuck up. I mean, a lot of it's going to be bad. And you sort of just have to realize that either you're going to spend the time to make it good, or it's not going to be. I'm not trying to change the world. My world was changed by watching movies that inspired me to live. And so like the goal is to keep making movies that inspire people to be excited about movies, because that's what excites me and keeps me going. That's what I love.